stage 3 is integration, and so it's building the man you want to be. And it's just figuring that out. And you can do that in many different ways. And you can find, family members, friends, or people that you met that, you see what they got and you go for what they, if they have what you want, go for it. Go talk to them. You could look at people. There's so many people on social media today that you can learn from. And so you can figure that out too. Like who do you want to be more social? Do you want, if you're looking for acceptance, look for that self-acceptance first and try to build yourself from the inside. And there's things that you can do to do that. So you want to build the person you want to be. What kind of life do you want to have? What kind of people do you want to attract? And so you can make a list and you can figure this out in so many different ways. And so it's like asking yourself, what kind of man do you want to be? And I'm curious. Say it in the comments. What kind of person, what kind of man do you want to be? What are things? It's almost like what you can do, you think of it this way. So pretend you're building an alter ego, pretending you're building a character, pretend you're building, and you are having all these. You could also look at fictional characters or movies and those kind of things. You can see what you like in them. Like for me, there's a few that I find that like one of the movies I like is Fight Club. It's a classic. There's a lot of good things in there, and I think the point of what I like about it so much is the guy. He's being this guy that he's not sure that he wants to be. He does not want to be this guy that's just going from a 9 to 5 and he's working so he can get a nice table or anything like that. He's doing all these things what he thinks society wants him to do. And so it's like learning to figure out, is that what you want to do? And so he built this whole character of a guy that, who is a strong leader, and he led guys into kind of freeing themselves in their own way. I'm not saying it's the most constructive way. Like there's a lot of kind of anarchy vibes in that movie. But also just learning to be someone that would stand up to things and stand up what they believe in. And so, like, I really admire that movie. I liked, there's other movies too. I like the Tombstone Val Kilmer, Doc Holliday, and I liked how he's kind of a smart ass, you know what I mean? I liked how he was like that, and he was an avid drinker, and like I don't want to be a drinker, but I liked his persona and his charisma and the way he used words and his wittiness. And also too, he was a guy that he helped his friends. He stood up against people, even if it was against the odds were against him and his friends. He was there. He had loyalty. He had care. He had his own way about him, and he only gave to certain people, but he was mostly. And so I kind of look at that, and it's like, and so you can do the same things too. You could take pieces of characters out of, say, fictional movies and integrate it into who you want to be. And so that's just another way to do that. And so when you find the band you want to be, is like, how do you become that? And like, so there's so many different stages. Like for me, it was like I had to get sober. I had to look at and heal traumas and everything. And then I noticed in sobriety, I was only accepting a part of myself. I thought there was the good and evil and everything like that. And, I call it my shadow self. And there's things from there. And I love my shadow self today. Whereas before, I'd be like, oh, no, that's good, that's bad, that's evil, and, those kind of things. But to me, I look at it as like, it's there to check up on me. It's there to help me look at things. It's there to help me. And I could ask myself tough questions and then discover why I am a certain way or why I have these thoughts and feelings. And some of them are crazy as hell. And, and I'm so glad that I have people that I can talk to and I could talk about my crazy shit, because if I didn't, I'd feel like I go insane. And I honestly don't feel like, for myself, inside myself, there is no, it's not the good and evil. It's what I do with it. It's like what I do with those thoughts and those feelings, right? And I don't take them seriously anymore, and I find that very important too. And I wanted to be a man that was I felt like I was pretty charismatic. Like I have a lot of good friends, people, like I feel like I got a good community of people. But one of the things I struggled with is like I felt like I had to take time to build those things, and so I actually learned to socialize with others, and it's because like I felt like I was shy and reserved at first. And so what I did is like I got myself out there, and one of the things I learned to do is just to socialize with anybody. And if you're someone that's kind of feeling like you're isolated and maybe you want to get out and be more social, if you want to meet people, if you want to meet women, you know, like it's I think you need to take action. Like if you're just looking to be more social and you're not used to it, if you're like me and if you have social anxiety or you feel reserved or shy and you want to break out of it, like go outside. Like maybe for the first day, what you do is you go outside, go to a mall, go to a walking trail if it's a nice day, go down a busy street and make eye contact with 5 strangers. If that might be the only thing you do, then go back home and give a genuine smile if you can. That's it. Eye contact and a smile for 5 strangers. Do that, and it'll teach your brain to look at people and that things are safe. And then maybe if that's easy for you, go say hi to 5 strangers. And there's this hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon. How's it going? And keep going. And so it kind of, and then you start building a muscle of where you start engaging and initiating vocal connection and contact with people. And say if that gets easy for you too, go out and give 5 compliments, genuine compliments to people. Like, oh, you know, that's a cool jacket. You know, oh, you know, you got some good energy. I like that. You know, and those kind of things. And it's just so, and people, like, what are people gonna do? Like, most of the people, you know, it might feel weird to do it, but like, because you're not used to it. But over time, you'll start gradually building yourself up. And like I would say, do that. I would say do that on a regular. Maybe do it for 30 days if you're someone that struggles with social anxiety and you need to break free or get out of there. And if you're feeling like that's too easy, then what you can do, have a conversation with somebody, someone that you don't know. Ask them, like, think about the things you ask Google. Think of the things that you're going to ask ChatGPT. Go out and find somebody that you can ask. It might be random, it might be weird. And it's all about the energy and how much, what you put out there, too. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, and if you're nervous at first, you know, maybe, you know, that's understandable. And just, no matter what the outcome is, just give yourself a pat on the back that you did it, because it's scary for people. So you're not trying to get anything from anyone with these interactions. You're just, you know, you're giving too. Like you're going to be able to build confidence and self-esteem when you get out there and socialize and go into social settings. But then, so you're able to give, but you're able to get too, right? You'll receive like skills. So, and you just learn to be present in the interactions too. And to be present, one of the tools you could use at home is meditation. And, you know, at first, maybe it might be just do it for a minute, 3 minutes, then go to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and build it up, you know, up to 20 minutes if you want. And, you know, do that on a regular. It'll slow your mind down. It'll help you be present. It'll help with those anxieties, social anxieties and fears. And so, yeah. Anyways, yeah, if you relate to any of this content, please follow. Please like, comment. If you have anything you'd like me to address, I'd love to hear from you. And I wish you all a good day. We're all on this journey, and I hope we can do this together. So, yeah, thank you. Take care.